The Indiana Fever roster was finalized today, and it is 13 players, other than the league mandated 12, but that's because of the legal, yet rarely used, rule. The Fever signed center Damaris Dantas to a protected contract this offseason, meaning she's guaranteed a salary even if she is injured or cut for any reason. Dantas, who's from Brazil, she had visa issues as well as a family emergency at the beginning of camp, which forced her to miss the first week and the preseason game at Dallas. She arrived for the second week of training camp, but she came in with a right knee injury and hasn't practiced and didn't play against Atlanta either. So the Fever used the league rule that teams can temporarily suspend the contract of a player who arrived injured to training camp just to open up a roster spot. Dantas will be inactive for as long as her contract is suspended, but her salary will still count against the cap. But once she recovers, though, the Fever will need to cut someone to give her a place on the roster. The rest of the roster was not a surprise. The Fever waived Leilani Correa and Maya Caldwell on Friday, which put it down to 13. So the Dantas contract move was the last one they needed to finalize the roster. Caitlin Clark and Celeste Taylor are the two rookies that have made the roster. Clark, obviously, is not a surprise as they planned for her to be a cornerstone of the team for a long time. But Taylor was kind of on the fringe. But she impressed with her defensive abilities, quick thinking, especially in the Fever's preseason game against Atlanta last week. The Fever starting five will likely be Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Alyssa Smith, Katie Lou Samuelson, and Kelsey Mitchell, if Mitchell is able to play on Tuesday. She's still working back from an ankle injury, which forced her to miss both of the preseason games, but she has practiced on both sides of the ball in each of the last couple of days of practice. If Mitchell isn't able to start on Tuesday, it will likely either be Erica Wheeler or Christy Wallace taking up that starting spot. But Indiana's game at Connecticut for the season opener is officially sold out, the Sun announced today. It will tip off at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2 or Disney+.